Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Small Talk Arkansas. This is Tuesday, April the 7th. I'm your host, Jason Martin.
And I'm Tessa Wilmans.
And we are coming to you from our CoronaCation kitchen table studio.
Another day.
Here we are. If you are a regular watcher of the show, we appreciate it.
As you should be.
And if you're not, you should subscribe.
You should.
Subscribe today.
Make it happen.
Smash the like button, even though we haven't said anything. We need your likes. We need your subscriptions.
We need your external validation, please.
Come on, come on, come on. On today's show, we've got special guest Lori Sparkman of Sparkman Photography. She's going to be discussing photography and the business of photography right now during the CoronaCation, how that's affected photographers out there everywhere.
I'm excited to hear from her.
Yeah, she's a lot of fun, so that'll be a good interview. On Shit We're Into, we're going to be talking about vlog gear, you know, cameras.
Wait, what? Is that like
vlog?
That's something that we like to do?
Video thing.
A video.
All of a sudden, we've been doing it every day. A video blog. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So you know
what is that?
Takes cameras and lighting and audio
lights, camera,
equipment
action,
and all of that crap.
So it does, y'all.
You know,
we've tried a bunch of it.
Every day we're trying something different. That's why
we're trying to see what works and what
figure out. We'll get this better.
Yeah.
But that's what we're going to talk about on Shit We're Into in the segment. Right now, we're going to go ahead and start with the news today. We start every day with the CoronaCation.
You got some facts for us?
Stats. So we'll go through this quickly. These stats come from the Arkansas Department of Health. 927 positive cases in the state today. That's 74 more than yesterday. Our largest 24-hour period growth ever since this thing has started.
That's what they were saying this week.
Deaths are still at 16, okay. So no changes on that from yesterday. That's good news. Didn't have any deaths, even though we did have 74 new cases in the state yesterday. 13,264 Arkansans have now been tested for the coronavirus, and that's 1,484 more than there were yesterday that have been tested. So, I don't know. You take your numbers and go, hey, that's good, that's bad. I don't know. I've seen a lot of people online throwing shade at Arkansas for not testing more. But I don't know if those numbers are good or bad. 1,484 tests yesterday. I don't know. Positive in the U.S. right now, we've got 368,449, and that was a jump of over 30,000 yesterday. Wow. So this thing is still growing every single day. It's the positive cases are growing, and the death toll is still growing every day. Deaths now, we broke 10,000 yesterday in the U.S., first time for this. And we're at 10,993 as of 8 o'clock this morning, U.S.-wide. So we had 1,340 deaths in the country yesterday. Biggest day that we've ever had for deaths. All of that information is available with maps and everything else on the Arkansas Department of Health. I'm going to put the link in the description section below. Break it down. We like to take each day and we take the state of Arkansas and we talk about it kind of county by county. Where's the growth? Where's the hot spots? Hot spots still Pulaski County. By far the only county in the state that gets more than 75 cases. We're at 171 today. Oh. So we've had 10 more since yesterday. Not a massive growth like we saw over the weekend, right? But we're still the thing is still growing every single day. Other than that, looking at the other counties, I mean the tier 4 counties, 20 to 74. There are 12 that are in that list. Really no big jumps there. Jefferson continues to see growth every single day. Jefferson County, was the first case in Arkansas was in Pine Bluff in Jefferson County, and then they really stalled out. Didn't have a lot of anything from there until over the weekend, and then they kind of had an explosion over this weekend, and now they have taken second place in most affected counties. At this pace, Jefferson will be a Tier 5 county tomorrow
over 70. Yeah.
In Arkansas, they're going to break 75.
I was thinking triple digits, but nope, that's not it. 75.
So 75. So, at the pace that they're going to hit that tier 5 county tomorrow. Claiborne is the only other county that, is up there. They've still got 65 cases, which is same thing they were at yesterday. 64 is where they were last Friday. So a little bit of growth in Claiborne, but Jefferson, kind of continues to grow. Guys, I don't know what you're doing down there, but you need to stay home.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
Do it. Mm-hmm.
Wash your hands.
Stay the fuck home.
Stay the fuck home.
Wash your damn hands.
Wash your damn hands.
Social distance.
All right, guys. Talking about this thing from a state-to-state basis. This information comes from the AP. It's a map. I'll put the description of this or a link to this in the description below as well. Still a hot spot in the U.S. Tier 4 states. We've got New York, 131,830 cases. That's up 9,000 since yesterday.
Yowza.
So still just a massive growth on that. Death rate, New York State, 4,758, and that's up 600 from yesterday. So 600 deaths in the last 24 hours there. New Jersey, New Jersey saw a massive growth, on a massive spike in New Jersey overnight. When you look at the just percentages, they went from 34,000 cases yesterday to 41,090 cases today. Wow. So 1,000 added on in a 24-hour period of time. When your numbers are, when you look at New York added 4,758, but they have 131,000 cases. Mm-hmm. So it's a massive growth when you look at the percentages. California saw a pretty large growth yesterday. They're continuing to have more cases each and every day. They went from 13,929 yesterday to 16,349 today. So 388 count spike, which when you look at the size of the state, it's really still not that big. It's nothing like what we're seeing in New Jersey or New York. My question is will, it's kind of odd because the first epicenter in the U.S. was really on the West Coast. It was Seattle area. It was Washington. You saw a couple of cases that happened in California, but California has really done a good job, or they've stayed really below the averages.
Don't you think that, are those the states that put the shelter in place orders in first? Or did I just hear about it first? Or did I feel like I hear? I
know the governor of California definitely took a lot of stance on this. I mean, they're required right now if they leave their house, and they can only leave their house if it's
like some groceries,
something like that. They can't go to get out and just drive around. They can't go to the park. Can't walk the beach. And if they are out of their houses, they have to wear a mask. It's required by law. So, the CDC came out and said, hey, we think you guys should. We suggest you wear a mask anytime you leave your house. California, it's an actual law, and you can get a ticket if you don't.
Wow.
In Louisiana, so states around us,
our neighbors,
Louisiana is still a tier 4. I mean, they are, classified as high as 10,000 plus cases in a state. Louisiana is at 14,867. That's a growth of 512 overnight. So 512 new cases in Louisiana since overnight. So it continues to grow there every single day as well. Going back and looking at, Louisiana on Tuesday of last week had 239 as far as a growth. So they're 512 today.
That's
it's more than double.
It is.
Looking at other cases, other states, Texas went from 6,872 yesterday to 8,157 today. So it's probably Texas's single day by far largest jump.
Yeah.
They had the 153 deaths in Texas now. Tennessee, 3,802. They're up they're to 65 deaths right now, but they're up about 500 positive cases in the last 24 hours. Missouri did jump from tier 1 to tier 2. Tier 2 is at 25,001 to 5,000 cases, and Missouri saw a good jump yesterday from 2346 to 2868. So more than 500 cases.
Yeah.
In a 24-hour period of time. And Missouri also has 65 deaths. So Mississippi, the states are still in tier 1, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Arkansas. Mississippi's teeter-tottering, at the rate of growth of 300 plus cases a day. Mississippi will make it to a tier 2 state by the end of the week at this growth rate. They've got 1,738 cases with 51 deaths. Oklahoma has 1,329 cases with 51 deaths. And Arkansas still at 927, or has grown to 927. So we'll probably break 1,000 this week.
Yeah,
I would imagine that's absolutely going to happen. We'll break 1,000 in Arkansas. But, regarding all the states that touch us, Arkansas is still far below that. And we only have 16 deaths. And guys, I don't mean to downplay that to we only have 16 deaths, because any death is more than it should be. But 16 deaths compared to 51, which is the closest states to us.
Right.
Oklahoma and Mississippi only have 51 when you look at the math of everything else, explosions. Arkansas is still doing pretty good. We're doing a pretty good job staying at home. We just encourage you guys. I know that, we're bored. There's only so much time you want to spend in house doing really nothing, or literally nothing. So, continue to just find things to do inside, find things to do to, social distance. Don't need visitors. Don't go visiting people. I know if you're home alone, it certainly can be lonely. Watch our show. Give us some comments.
Yeah, please.
We could certainly use that as well. So, guys, that's the Corona news today. In other news here, local Arkansas, hey, Asa Hutchinson, governor, yesterday said no more school for the rest of the year.
No more school. Yeah.
Well, he didn't technically say no school. He said, we're not going to have school at school. You're going to have school at home still.
Yeah.
So congratulations, every parent. You are now a homeschool teacher officially for the remainder of this year. So students that are going to graduate, still going to graduate.
Yeah.
That's going to happen this year. They can go on with their lives.
There's a lot of controversy with that.
Yeah.
A lot of...
If you're home and you're a parent, you've got kids at home, or you are a student, you're at home, make sure you're doing your homework. Make sure you're doing your schoolwork. This will matter later in life.
Yeah.
This isn't a vacation.
Yeah.
It's a CoronaCation.
Yeah.
That means life has changed, but your routines have also changed, but you still need to be getting that education. It will affect you later in life.
It will. Be adaptable.
Yeah. Other than that, some stupidity happened on Sunday.
We had a WTF moment.
There was a WTF moment. Some idiots, and I'll just say that, some idiots in Southwest Little Rock decided, hey, we're going to have this CoronaCation parade.
I can't.
So
Why?
Street races, donuts and parking. In any other time, guys, this would be awesome. This would absolutely be awesome. I would be totally down for this. But right now, stay the fuck home.
Yeah, stay the fuck home.
So there were 5-sided loitering, mostly.
But there were, I saw a video.
Yeah.
There were cars everywhere. It was jam-packed. What the fuck?
Come
on.
This is just, guys.
Stay the fuck home.
This is just stupid. It's okay, well, again, you may not die. You may be young and healthy, but hey, But
hey, guess what?
So is a high percentage of the folks that have already gotten this that have died.
Yeah.
They were young and healthy.
They were.
So, you're not putting your health at risk. You're putting all of those.
You're putting everybody's
around
health. You're putting everyone's health at risk. Damn.
Quit being stupid.
Don't be a dumbass.
Go home.
Go the fuck home.
All right. So that was the stupid thing that happened this weekend. Southwest Little Rock. Hope you're on lockdown. roll in the National Guard.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, hey, on happier news, you know, if you like our channel, why don't you subscribe to it? Share it with your friends.
We need subscribers.
We do need subscribers. We've got a ton of Facebook likes. Hey, thanks for all those Facebook likes.
Broke 500 Facebook likes.
We did. I'm so excited.
Pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
We threw this thing together, guys. First show is last Monday.
Yeah.
So we've broken 500 Facebook likes. We've gotten quite a bit of encouragement from that. We need you, if you like us on Facebook, go up to the top and hit watch video.
Just click. Just
click watch video. As soon as it opens up YouTube, hit subscribe.
It's 2 clicks.
We need you there.
It's 2.
We need you to subscribe.
It takes 2 seconds.
All right. Our special guest today is Lori Sparkman of Sparkman Photography. She's going to share what it's like to be a professional photographer during the CoronaCation. Hey, Lori, are you with us this morning?
Hi, yes, I am Lori Sparkman. I am located in Little Rock, Arkansas, and I specialize in weddings and commercial and marketing photography.
Weddings? There's no weddings going on right now, Lori.
No, there is not. There are so many complications, and I cannot even fathom being a bride in this time we are in right now. It is madness. And it's so funny because most people don't consider that most wedding dresses come from Italy or China. And so even if brides wanted to get married, it's hard to have a wedding dress, or complicated to get a marriage license, or even, you know, there's so many factors that go into it. They're just like, oh, man, that's just not going to be able to happen.
Yeah, it's not just the party of it all.
Right, yeah.
There's so much that goes into it.
Loved ones. There's, you know, and flowers come from overseas. And it's just like, man, you know, and it's heartbreaking to have those conversations with brides who are, you know, I have a bride that was going to get married next weekend, and now it's not till October, you know, and it's just like, that is so much anticipation and so much planning. And, you know, honestly, a lot of money goes down the drain. Unfortunately, it is what it is, you know. But, you know, it's been so encouraging to see wedding vendors and just other photographers helping photographers in this. And like, I had a bride that I couldn't accommodate her new date, unfortunately, but I reached out to my community, and I had somebody who was available, who is, you know, very much in my same level and same style. And they're like, yeah, I got you, no problem, you know.
That's awesome.
And so it's been really cool to see everybody rally around each other.
Yeah,
you know?
I was kind of wondering, you know, so you take a big portion of your business, and Tessa's is the same, focused around weddings. Tess does makeup and eyelashes, weddings, those types of things. So you take that and you go, okay, well, now you've had 12 months, or how many ever months were affected by this. And now everybody's going to want to get all of those done as quickly as they can, as soon as we come out of the back of this. So, you know, where a wedding might be, I don't know, what's the most popular day for a wedding?
Well, it's usually like May, you know, May or...
I've seen a lot of increase in fall weddings too. So those.
And see, most of us photographers were already booked pretty well up for fall.
Yeah.
And so I have a lot of my spring weddings are now on the Fridays or Saturdays, you know, or Fridays or Sundays, because Saturdays are already booked, especially if you're doing it at a popular wedding venue.
Yeah, Saturday is definitely the most popular.
So those wedding venues are just going to be booked 7 days a week for a while.
It's just going to be what it is. Yeah, because most people don't want to get married in the summer, which we're assuming is when all this is going to calm down, you know, but that's all we can do is assume, because we don't know. And so that's the other part of being a photographer. We don't know what we can plan for, you know, and I mean, that's with everybody, honestly, but it's just like, okay, can I market for summer sessions? Well, who knows? We don't know yet. We're going to try, you know, but it's been interesting to see how people get creative with their marketing and how we're trying to just make ends meet at this point, you know.
So how, you know, from a photography business, how are you dealing with social distancing? I mean, you can't even get in a room and do headshots with 20 different people.
Right.
You know, so what are some things that you're doing?
Well, I am personally doing specials for for like prints, people are stuck in their houses. And so with past clients, I'd be like, okay, here's a print special. Let's decorate that hole you've been quarantined in forever, you know. But social distancing wise, there are some photographers around here that have, you know, compromised immune systems. And so we are helping them by people like us who are relatively healthy and who we're wearing masks, we're sanitizing, we're staying 6 feet away. And we let our clients know ahead of time, I'm not going to hug you. I'm not going to shake your hand. We're going to do all our business online. You know, you're going to send me online money, you know, either PayPal or invoices. I'm not going to be able to fix your hair for you when, you know, we are taking precautions, and we're, you know, and everybody understands that and respects that. And it is, I'm a hugger and I like to be all up in your bubble, but it's just, we can't. And and I know you understand that too with makeup and stuff. It's just one of those, it's like, you can't, you can't
at all. No, not at all. Not at all. I had this poor little bride the other day. Her wedding was supposed to be this weekend, and she texted me and was like, "Oh my gosh, we've had to cancel the wedding in Florida, and we're just going to elope at the courthouse. Do you have any makeup that you can sell me?" And I was like, "Yes, girl, I can absolutely sell you some makeup." And I was trying to give her all of my tips that I had to do it herself. And I'm like, "Oh, please, I hope you get this, please," you know?
I've seen a lot of hairstylists doing that too, which is encouraging. You know, it's just like we can help where we can, you know, but
But I'm like you. I'm like, let me all up in your space.
So
I know. Yeah, let me help you, sister. Let me help.
How many wedding photos are we going to see in the future? You know, you look back to today that folks are wearing masks in the wedding, the wedding party.
I've seen a lot of that, especially. I've seen brides do resave our date cards, or you know, like our plans have changed, and they're doing funny pictures. You know,
that's good.
I like how people are, you know, making the best of it. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is, and we're gonna just find the humor in it and not get, you know,
too worked up,
get all upset about it if we can.
Tess read a story to me the other day where a photographer was going around, and they were drive-by shootings. So. You know, the folks would run out onto their porch and pose, and the photographer would take pictures from their moving vehicle.
Basically, like, let me just snap this real quick.
That is a huge trend going around, and it's a little controversial, actually, because a lot of people are saying they're not practicing social distancing, which I think it's a matter of how you handle it. I wouldn't get out of my car. I would have somebody else drive, and I could, you know, shoot out the window and just, and that's all about a matter of preparation and how you handle it. You're like, okay, I need you on the porch at this time doing this. And, you know, you have stay in your car. Don't get close to me. And I think if you handle it properly and responsibly, I think those are amazing opportunities. And what a fun time of life to capture. You know, it's so weird and so unique that it's like, why not? Let's capture it.
Embrace it. But,
embrace it. But there are a lot of people in other states who are under the stay at home that consider the photographer getting out non-essential. But we're not under that. So we don't have that. As long as we are responsible human beings, I think it is a wonderful thing to do.
Yeah, when you look at Arkansas, and we start every show with kind of the statistics, both in Arkansas, the state, surrounding states, and the entire U.S. And, you know, Arkansas is doing really, really well when it comes to both cases and certainly the death rate. You know, we've been doing phenomenal compared to everyone else in reality.
I hope that keeps on going. I hope everybody gets better about that, you know, and like, come on. Let's just be responsible humans for just a couple more weeks. You know, come on.
We can do that.
We got this. No.
What other stories can you share with us regarding photography and CoronaCation? What you got any tips for us?
Oh, tips. I think it's honestly, a lot of photographers are taking this opportunity to up their game, so to speak. As in, like, I've been playing with a lot more techniques that I've been wanting to try, but I've never had, quote unquote, the time to dedicate to it. Like, I've been doing a lot of playing with my lighting and playing with my studio stuff. So when this is all over, I'll have a brand new trade or a brand new thing to offer my clients, and which is fun. And it's just been interesting to see how people are handling it. Yes, we all have those moments of wallowing in our sorrows, sitting in bed, eating cookie dough, crying over all the money we're losing out on. But when we rally, it's
you do that
really
too.
cool.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it was last night.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't do that. No.
I'm not hiding a cake under the bed or anything.
I'm not. No, I wasn't the one who bought all the Oreos at the store. That wasn't me.
Hey, did you try the Easter Oreos? Have you tried the Easter Oreos?
I haven't. No.
Oh my goodness,
they're really good.
They look like little Easter eggs.
I was really nervous about them, but I was like, okay,
food coloring galore, but they are
you know
delicious.
what?
Nothing.
Whatever
helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't tried them either. No,
yeah, we didn't.
We didn't try 6 packages of them.
I was about to say, we didn't buy half a dozen. Yeah.
Just a little taste test. That's all. That's crazy.
So what I hear you saying is you're taking most of this time, and this is what I like. You're getting better at what you do.
At your craft, yeah.
Because you've got time to do it, and you're so busy ordinarily, you don't have the time to go learn something new. But right now, your self-reflection, and you're going, hey, this is something that I've wanted to do, both for yourself, but mostly I hear you say it, I want to do this for my customers.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and we're all in this together. And so if we can all come out of this a little better than we were, then rock on. I think that's great, and it's just, I mean, I think all photographers and all self-employed or anybody in this that's being directly affected is, let's utilize this time. And if utilizing the time is learning how to meditate or to just be okay with it, or if you're upping your craft or whatever, great, and I think we all just need that moment to whatever we need, let's do it, and like I've been doing a ton of home projects, but also have been doing, catching up on blogs because I haven't blogged in forever because it's always been on the back burner, and so my Facebook is blowing up because I have all these new posts, and which is great, but it's definitely hard. But we all have to learn to make the best of it,
You're so right.
Well, talking about Facebook, we'll tell everybody where you can be found. Lori can be found at lorisparkman.com. She's also available by phone at 501-650-6507 if you want to call her and book her for the fall, winter, late summer, whenever we can get through this. She can be found on Facebook at facebook.com/Lori Sparkman Photography, and Instagram. Her Instagram is also Lori Sparkman Photography. We'll put all of those links in the description below so you guys can go out and show Lori your love. She's a great photographer. I've used her for years, and she can even make this ugly face look pretty. Or cute, or not ugly.
Oh, stop!
I don't give her nothing to work with. But she took pictures of Kind recently too.
Give me all the puppies to take pictures of. Yeah,
Kind has grown since we saw him last.
I have to do another one once this is all over.
Lori, we're going to go into the next segment of our show, and it's shit we're into.
Yeah, it's my favorite segment.
It's Tessa's favorite segment of the show.
Because I get to say shit.
Love it.
Yeah.
Today, that's the beauty of doing a podcast is,
do whatever we want.
Do whatever we want. We're going to talk about vlog gear today. Are you interested in sticking around and talking about gear?
Yeah, sure. I'll probably have my 2 cents to say about it.
Thought this might be right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah. I've been helping people with that actually.
Oh, really?
Oh. Well, maybe we can get some tips.
We get some. Yeah, you can give us some tips. We started this show, Lori, last Monday.
Yeah.
So
a week ago.
I knew it was pretty new. That's awesome. I love that.
5 episodes last week. You're on episode 7.
Oh, that's my lucky number. Love it.
Oh, well, heck
hey,
yes.
how could this have worked out any better?
I know.
I know. We all need a little luck in our lives.
So true.
So, to do a vlog, I mean, other than having a good show, being you're entertaining, you got good information to put out there.
Got a sparkling personality.
Yeah, you got to have some sparkling. Other than that, you got to have equipment.
Yeah.
And the better your equipment today, I mean, I think a lot of people judge people when they go to YouTube. Regardless of how good the content is, if the quality is not there,
good,
people just move on.
Yeah.
So
I totally agree.
we started with a DSLR. We had
my Canon. Yes.
DSLR, and so there's challenges with every piece of equipment that you have, especially this isn't what we do daily.
Yeah,
so
no, it doesn't flow perfectly all the time.
No.
The Canon only likes to record for what,
29 minutes, 59 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll cut you off right before 30 minutes. And that's all the Canons. That's all the DSLR Canons that I've researched.
What do you know about that? Do you know anything about that?
Well, I'm an icon shooter, but I worked at Bedford's for many years, and I went to photography school. And what might help, I have not researched this, and I might be totally wrong, but for my camera, when I shoot weddings, I have that grip that allows me to shoot off of 2 batteries, and so they last longer. So maybe if you get a battery grip, you can shoot off 2 batteries and last longer.
It's not the battery; it just stops recording.
Yeah, it's just the
video.
limitation of the device for whatever reason.
Does you shoot with a Canon now, Lori?
No, she said
no. I'm Nikon.
She's a Nikon. Yeah, it's
a Nikon Nazi.
It's Ford and Chevy. They both do the same thing. They just look different.
But Nikon doesn't shut off in 29 minutes and 59 seconds, right?
I'll test that theory for you today. I have no idea, so I'll let you know.
All right. Keep us posted. Inquiring minds want to know.
So
okay, great.
All the research we've done, and by we, I mean Tessa, because I haven't done any of this research, but the Canon shuts off at 29 minutes, 59 seconds. Our show, which we really, initially thought, hey, we want to be 18, quick. 20, 22 minutes.
It's not been quick.
We've never been quick.
We haven't made it there.
There's 3 segments of our show, which is
too much to
the
talk
Corona
about.
Stats, local news, then an interview, and then shit we're into. So we always roll to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And when the camera shuts off, and we first and foremost didn't know that it shut off.
No, we didn't. So that's what happened on day 1. We lost some video, didn't know, learned that lesson the hard way. Yeah.
Learning things.
It's true. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Lighting is another one of those things. So,
Tess, I'm a lighting guru. Lighting is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Girl, we need some tips.
Yeah,
as
soon as this thing is over, we need you to come over and
Gotcha. Yes, no problem. I've had some ministers and pastors who are now doing live broadcasts of their sermons and stuff reach out to me and be like, hey, I have no idea what I'm doing. I need a good tripod. I need a good light, but I'm on a church budget. What can I get? And there are so many good options out there for lighting, or even all these kids doing Zoom calls now for school. Like I had somebody say, my kid looks like they're, I have lights on, but they're shadowed. And so it's been interesting, people reaching out to me for that purpose.
That's cool.
I was like, okay, I've never thought this. So I now have like all these things that I refer to people for lighting, and just, easy tips like facing a window instead of having a window to your back while you're,
as we have a window to our back.
Yeah, we have a window to our back right now.
But we've got we've got a ring light in front of us.
As long as you have lighting that overpowers the window lights in your
exactly.
fine.
Exactly. I just keep hoping that the turtle that's in the backyard is gonna.
Yeah, we have so much wildlife that just happens to go by. I mean, tons of birds, squirrels, rabbits, turtles,
and a turtle.
Oh,
yeah, I want to catch the turtle in our
So
video.
what quick lighting tips do you have for somebody that's going to stay at home vlogging or doing these online Zoom classes like you talk about, or, back to, a preacher that's all of a sudden found themselves every, Sunday and Wednesday, they're doing a online version of their ministry?
Well, it's honestly, the free version, like the free fix, is to find a good window and sit in front of that, and, just to have that good light on. And I always say, just walk around with your phone facing you with the camera on, walking around to different lighting situations, and just find what looks good. It's common sense when it comes to that.
Yeah.
That's common sense for a photographer. That's not common sense for this guy.
Oh, but for a selfie taker, like, oh, girl.
Oh, yes, yes.
How are you doing today? Like, that's the light you want.
I don't care if I'm in the laundry room. If I'm looking good, I'm going to take a selfie.
I've never looked into my phone and said, "Ooh, girl."
Maybe you should.
Maybe I should start that.
Yeah, you got to feel it every now and then. Yeah, but those $100 ring lights from Amazon are amazing, and I've been recommending those to pastors and preachers and people who are new into vlogging and video things. It's $100 light. They come with everything, even it's something that'll hold your phone. You know, and they're amazing, and I have 4 of them that I use for different purposes. And
so they have different lumen settings. What is there a lumen setting that you find you like the best?
I honestly have a variety, and I use based on if I'm outside. It's, you know, obviously you have to have the super powerful stuff, but if you're inside a dark room, you don't need the power. You know, you actually need one that can go softer lighting. And so it honestly, I always say get the one that can go the most powerful, but can also be adjusted, because you don't always need all the power. Much like, you know, men always like all the power, but you don't always need it.
Ours is turned on 100 right now at the highest 5,600 lumens because we need, you know, we need the power.
because we have a window behind us.
Yeah, you're overpowering the window in the back.
Yeah, so we need it.
You're getting
but if we were facing the other way, we wouldn't need that. Yeah, it's true.
And I'm open to helping anybody. Can contact me if they need help with that. I'm happy to share any knowledge I have for you on that.
Yeah, and you guys could just share some love with her because she's sitting at home. She's, you know,
she's doing all these
she's
home
not
projects.
Making money, so you could, you know, send her some PayPal, some Cash App. Lori will be happy to take your donations for her time.
Oh goodness, yes, for sure.
What other things? So right now, Lori, we made a switch, and I don't know. Have you ever? Do you own a GoPro?
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're trying the GoPro this week.
We decided, we would switch from the DSLR because I don't know, we were just, you know, it seemed
having to get up every 30 minutes to, you know.
Well, honestly, DSLRs for what you're doing is probably overkill. You don't need all that resolution if you're not being projected onto a big screen.
Well, I'm trying to look good.
I know, right? Yeah. We need all the resolution to help all this.
I need less resolution so I look better.
We need you slightly pixelated.
I need to be grayed out. Yeah.
No. I mean, the GoPros are amazing. I've seen such great stuff come off of those.
It's a really cool little camera.
They are. They're really cool. They are fascinating, honestly. I use a GoPro a lot of times for my adventure photography stuff that I do. And, but, you know, and it's just super fun like that. It's just a fun option for sure. So, but yeah, for what y'all are doing, it'd probably be good too.
Yeah, we're digging it.
So we picked up this nice, really cool soundboard. It's a Rodecaster Pro, and that's how we're able to Bluetooth you directly in to our board. And so our idea of our show was realistically it was going to kind of be Joe Rogan-esque in the fact that we were just going to do interviews. And right now, during the CoronaCation, you know, nobody's coming to the studio. Stay at home. Yeah. Stay at home. We don't want you here.
No, we don't. Keep your germs at home. Thank you.
So I'll keep myself. Y'all keep y'all's. I'll keep mine.
So we're doing all of our interviews by telephone, like this one is right now. And so
this not video because I'm rocking my PJs. So
yeah, we often we can rock PJs from the waist down.
Yeah, it's true. I was about to say exactly. Y'all got no idea what kind of pants I'm wearing right now.
I'm not wearing any pants.
You know, it's coming. I do that.
Well, so this, you know, we got the soundboard. It probably makes us sound a little bit better than we actually are.
Maybe a little.
If it would make us more entertaining, that would be better. But you know, this allows us from a standpoint to be able to Bluetooth you in and bring you right in, and it gives us some cool things like, you know, have you seen the Tiger King?
Yes.
Well, you know, we get to build these sounds like this right into to the board.
Yeah.
So
wow,
you know,
we're fancy now.
I know.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You guys step back, please step back.
I know. That's our 5 subscribers right there.
5 subscribers. I think we're up to 14 or 17 or 20.
Nice.
Oh, we hit double digits.
We got 500 plus fan likes on Facebook, Lori, but
not bad for a week.
I know.
We
we'll
need
take
more
it.
on YouTube. We
Yeah,
need
we
some
do.
YouTube followers. That's where we need.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, you can help us work on that, can't you?
Yeah, of course.
We'll send you some love by PayPal.
Awesome. Even better.
What other tips do you have? Any other tips for those stay-at-home vloggers or those folks that are that long distance relationships just trying to look super good in front of their selfie cam?
Right. I mean, it's literally one of those. Just walk around and see where you look good at, and feel free to reach out to photographers, because more than likely we're pretty bored, and we will be happy to help. But it's one of those. Just use your knowledge that you have, and everybody's in this.
Try new things.
Yeah, and I always say ask a third party. Ask somebody who'd be like, okay, yeah, you do look a little crazy, or hey, that's probably not the best method to use, or
we all need that person in our life who's like,
yeah,
girl, no, try again.
That's not it. Try again. No, with anybody starting new ventures and new projects, be open to criticism, be open to help, and one step at a time, for sure.
Well, Lori, we appreciate you so much for being on the show today. And we certainly, again, she can be found at LoriSparkman.com, Lori Sparkman Photography on Facebook and Instagram. And you guys definitely reach out to her. Check her out. She's really, really good at what she does, guys. I've known her for years and love her to death and her work. I made a comment one time. I said, I wish I could see the world through Lori's eyes, because she sees it amazingly.
Oh, you're so precious. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So, Lori, we wish you the best. Hope that your business continues to be successful. Hope that you can keep up and you don't pull your hair out when we do come out of this CoronaCation.
Yes, exactly.
Hope some folks show you some patience and some love and give you that kindness that when you come out of this, that hey, you're going to be the busiest you've probably ever been in your life.
Let's hope so, for sure. Well, I appreciate y'all having me, for sure. It's been an honor. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you, and we look forward to it. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right. Bye. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, guys, come back for another show on Wednesday. That's
tomorrow.
Special guest is Natalie Blaney.
One of my nearest and dearest friends. Super excited.
She's owner of Fix the Salon in Riverdale. The Fix Salon in Riverdale.
That's what she does. She fixes that hair.
She fixes it.
Yeah, she does.
She's going to be discussing the required shutdown of salons.
Yeah, and how that's affected her business, what she's doing, all that jazz.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
What shit are you into? We want to know what shit you're into.
We need to know.
Let us know in the comments section below so that we can talk about something that
y'all
you're
have any,
interested in.
vlogging gear suggestions, comments.
Yeah. Are you vlogging? Do you know this vlog game?
Yeah.
Have you got some comments or suggestions for us? We'd love to know.
Yeah. But also, new stuff that you're into too.
Is there something that you want to hear us talk about? Would you like to be a guest on the show? Have you got a business or service that you would like to talk about? We'd love to hear from you. Leave it in the comments below or message us directly. We would love to hear more about you.
We would. And, if you like what you're hearing, subscribe to our channel, share this with your friends, share it with your peeps, and turn on that notification bell. We want you to hear us when we go live and all that stuff. So, guys, remember, stay safe, wash your hands, stay the fuck home, and thanks for shooting the shit with us.
Thanks for shooting the shit. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Tomorrow.